Matthew West, a singer-songwriter from Nashville, recently released an album called The Story of Your Life. The CD is unique because instead of drawing inspiration from his own life, he wrote all the songs about the lives of others.
I started thinking, what if I kind of turned the microphone around and asked people to send me their stories? What if instead of writing about my life, I wrote an entire record inspired by the real life stories of everyday people and people who listen to my music?
West told his fans to send him their story, and he received over 10,000 of them. He spent 2 months in a cabin reading over the stories and writing songs based on a few that he chose.
We're inviting people into this same experience where they're able to not only hear these songs, but experience the powerful stories that inspired the songs.
There were many stories that carried the topic of adoption and foster care, but West chose the McFaddens to represent the care of orphans and adoption.
And part of the song is that we're all orphans, and we've all been adopted into God's family because of His love for us.
Matthew calls it a victory song because it's one less child alone, one less birthday forgotten.
West performed a concert at First Baptist Church of Humboldt, where Greg McFadden is the pastor, and he said it was incredible to meet the family that inspired his song.
It's like it started with this little idea and this dream of making a record in kind of a unique way, a record that would involve, the real life stories of people.
West said that from this experience, his view of adoption had completely changed. Seeing the McFaddens showed him that although there are millions of orphans in the world, one family can make a difference.
Instead of thinking, there's so many orphans in the world, a lot of times you can be so overwhelmed by a certain need that it overwhelms you so much that you don't even help. You just kind of go, where to begin? And so it really just kind of opened my eyes, and for me personally and my wife, to think, man, is adoption something that we could do?
Leslie Galoran, an adoptive parent, said the concert was special to her because out of 10,000 stories, West chose to write a song about adoption.
I feel like the Lord's doing a big move in the Christian community right now towards adoption. And so for him to choose that, even though his family hasn't chosen it at this time, for him to pick that and to highlight a family in such a positive way was really cool.
Galoran said she thinks that West's song will help motivate more people to adopt, since it's a popular and well-played song on the radio.
So just to have more songs about adoption is never going to be a bad thing. I mean, you're going to have people who hear that and think, there might be a seed planted that way. I think it's really important because a lot of Christians do listen to radio, and even non-Christians listen to Christian radio. So it's just going to make you think in a different way.
West said the album had impacted him and humbled him because he had to solely focus on other people for 2 months.
So a lot of these songs are written just out of that desire to see the bigger picture in life. And there's a song on the record called My Own Little World. And that song really touches on the topic of going, thanks to you, 10,000 stories, you've opened up my world, and I feel like the population of my own little world has grown immensely, and my life has changed because of it.